Hello everyone, we are back doing weapon reviews for all the weapons within Resident Evil 4 Remake. Today's episode is shotguns. Now, due to this shotgun that you see in my hands, I have used a trainer to become Ada, but I am still capable of using each of the shotguns listed. Disclaimer, these ratings and ranks are all my opinions, so please don't take it as truth. You are free to favour your own weapons. Let's get into it. Starting off in last place as the worst shotgun, we have the Striker. Let's give it an examine. So we are working with a firepower of 16.2, an ammo capacity of 24 times 2 due to the exclusive, which brings up to 48, the highest capacity for a shotgun. A reload speed of 0.62, rate of fire of 1.57, and a precision of 2.0. So this weapon functions extremely well close range. It is hip-fired, although that doesn't really affect it that much, and it fires relatively fast with quite a high amount of recoil. I'm going to fire a few shots here. As you can see, the spread is very wide. As I will go out now, I'll make this quicker, I'll speed myself up. You can see how inaccurate and poor this works at mid-range. I personally don't like the Striker in this game. I don't enjoy using it. I wouldn't recommend using it. It's not good or worth it at all unless you really just want to use shotguns up close, which is not what they're really for in Resident Evil games. So yeah, that's the Striker, worst shotgun in the game. Next up, we have Ada's signature shotgun in this game, known as the Sawn-Off W870. Let's give it an examine. So we are working with a firepower of 12.0 times 1.5, which brings it up to 18. And 18, an ammo capacity of 7, a reload speed of 0.95, a rate of fire of 0.85, a precision of 3.50. This weapon is fired at the hip and has a similar spread to the Striker. Recoil is manageable, we'll fire a few shots. The rate of fire is lacking on this shotgun. The reload, however, is not, because you reload very fast. Obviously, this weapon can't really be applied to the main game, because it is the only shotgun you can use as Ada. So it doesn't really make a difference. There's not any more choices you can pick as her. So from a standpoint, it shouldn't be hit, but it's a shotgun, so I will class it anyway. If Ada or Leon were able, if Ada was able to use the other shotguns and Leon was able to use this shotgun, then it'd be a lot more viable to be ranked. But compared to these, it is weak and it is lackluster, and I wouldn't use it. But you have to, because it's separate ways. So this is the Sawn-Off W870 as the second worst shotgun in the game. Now establishing mid-ground with the good all-rounder shotgun, I suppose. We have the standard W870, which you get in Leon's campaign, off the wall in the village. Let's give it an examine. We are working with a firepower of 10.1 times 2, which makes it the most powerful shotgun in terms of firepower. An ammo capacity of 10, a reload speed of 0.95, a rate of fire of 0.85, which is the same as the Sawn-Off, and a precision of 2.80. So this shotgun fires at the shoulder and is a lot more manageable in terms of its recoil as well. We're going to fire a few shots. Relatively fast reload because you load a lot of shells at once. This shotgun is enjoyable to use. I've always enjoyed using the standard shotgun in Resident Evil, the original and the remake. However, if you're not trying to handicap yourself, because I will admit using this weapon is a handicap, if you're not trying to handicap yourself, just use a better shotgun. There are better shotguns, the Riot Gun and the Skull Shaker specifically, but we'll get to those in a minute. But yeah, this establishes good mid-ground because it's not good, but it's not bad either, and you wouldn't really come across that many problems using it. So that is the standard W870 as the mid-ground shotgun. Up next, we unsurprisingly have the Riot Gun. This is the best all-round shotgun in the game in terms of reliability. We're going to give it an examine. We're working with a firepower of 12.8 times 1.5, which brings it up to around 18, ammo capacity of 12, a reload speed of 0.97, a rate of fire of 1.10. This weapon is semi-automatic, unlike the original game, and a precision of 3.50. The exclusive, as I said, multiplies the firepower by 1.5. This weapon functions a lot differently to its original game counterpart. The spread is still very close and can be used at range, which is its intention. But this, as I said, is semi-automatic and fires quite a lot faster. We're going to fire a few shots here. Recoil is manageable. And you've got a fairly solid reload rate there, as you could see. Only took us two shotgun shell loadings to bring it back to its full capacity. You can't go wrong with the riot gun. It's like the Blacktail. It's just a great all-round shotgun. You're not going to come across any issues with it. So that is the riot gun as the second best shotgun in the game. Finally, now disclaimer, the animations aren't going to work correctly for this one because I'm using Ada. Instead, what it's going to do is the sawn-off W870 animations, but it does not affect the fire rate or anything to do with the weapon. We have the Skull Shaker. This is a pay-to-win weapon. You must buy in order to use it. You can get it at the very start of the game once you have purchased it. We are working with a firepower of 9. We're working with a firepower of 9.07 times 2, which brings up to 18, same as the riot gun. Ammo capacity of 6, a reload speed of 1.29. However, we'll get to that in a minute. A rate of fire of 0.96 and a precision of 2.30. Now, there's multiple things I suppose you'd ask me. The main one being, how is this the best shotgun with a capacity of only 6? We'll get to that now. This weapon is fired at the hip and has a similar range and spread to the Striker and the sawn-off W870. They're going to fire a few shots. So now I've emptied my whole mag. Now it is off-putting, only having 6 shots, but watch this. Done. That's how quickly you can reload this weapon. It is very versatile. It is easy to reload. It doesn't take up that much shell to use, and it is very powerful. This is a DPS monster because of how fast you can use it. Obviously, you can't use chaos, not chaos. You can't use mayhem mode in the real game. But that's just a taster, I suppose, of how fast this weapon can fire. The only downside to this weapon is it is pay to win and feels very, very cheaty to use. It feels almost like a special weapon. So, yeah, this is the Skull Shaker as the best shotgun in the game. And that brings us to the end of our shotgun rankings. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this gives you some insight on what shotguns you would like to use during your playthrough, excluding the W870, because as I said, that is exclusive to Ada during Mercenaries and the Separate Ways DLC. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.